Motivate, Strange Conflict, Timber Tycoon, Silver Page, followed by Strike Force, Desert Sachet, Yogi's Edition. The next home, Final Forecast, Armstrong, and last home is Oland. A little bit of given the ground from the rain last night, I think, has really paved the way for this horse's victory today. Number 2, Star Teller, ridden by Starthy Katsidis, the winner, to pay $10.40 and $3.30. 3 Banff Connections paid $2.70. 13 Dursey M $2.20.
Dorothea mare out of Enchilada, and Greg Childs is about to be legged on board, wearing the other set of Valency Park colours. Alf Matthews, how have you sorted out this mare's race?
Circumnavigating was a couple of lengths behind Zoilus and failed in Adelaide a little while ago. Now Mrs. Tendulkar goes up into the gates, got a good record here. Here's Kelchek going in. Ran well behind Special Grange last start. There's Romano Star. She's come in for some good support. In she goes. Oregon Seal. Good little trier. Takes her gate. It's Platonic. Coming along. She won back in February. Now Shove Off goes up. Now here's Zena's Treasure coming up into the gates. So Romano Star and Zoilus sharing favouritism on track. Good movers come for Armour Dramas. It's into third favourite, and there's been money too for Bridal Hill. It's the equal third pick, and they're even pressing favouritism on course in a wide betting race. This is Armour Dramas. Red cap. Nearly set. Hepton Stall has taken the outside. So it looks like this will be the last to get into the gates then. Another ring update sees Zoilus firming to the outright top pick now, ahead of Romano Star, Bridal Hill and Armour Dramas. You wouldn't want to be standing behind those. Barrier attendants certainly earning their bickies with that one. They got Armour Dramas locked in, so they're set for the summoned. One of the riders might have dropped a whip there. An attendant comes round to retrieve it. Hands it back to what might have been It's Platonic's rider. And they're ready. Off. Venus Treasure won the jump on the outside. She flew out of the gates. Latte quickly heads her though, and Special Grange began quickly, and so did Frangelica, and Zoilus in the blue colours prominent from Bridal Hill. Settling down, Latte took the lead. Special Grange right on the pace second. Zoilus is third. Venus Treasure fourth. Then Frangelica, Bridal Hill, Armour Dramas over on the outside. A length and a half Romano Star through on the inside of Mrs. Tendulkar, not too far away. Then Kelchek travelling wide from Oregon Seal, and then Shove Off, 2 Ballistic Miss, Hepton Stall, and It's Platonic last. Heading to the 900, Venus Treasure took over. They've run it fast. In second placing, Latte, Special Grange is third. Zoilus is fourth on the inside too. Frangelica, Bridal Hill. Next, Latte, the outside, a length and a half Romano Star, Mrs. Tendulkar. Kelchek travelling 3 deep, and they're followed by Oregon Seal, Shove Off to Hepton Stall, Ballistic Miss, and It's Platonic easing out to start a run. Nearing the turn, 550 to go. Venus Treasure from Latte to Special Grange. Zoilus, Frangelica, Bridal Hill strung up for a run. Mrs. Tendulkar starts her effort. She swings wide round the outside of Latte, and Romano Star gets into clear galloping room. Venus Treasure below the 400 from Special Grange. On the outside, Bridal Hill is starting to run on strongly. She's after Special Grange, who sprinted to the front. But to Bridal Hill closes. Special Grange from Bridal Hill. They fight it out to Shove Off. Special Grange, Bridal Hill. Special Grange, Bridal Hill grab the lead. Maybe Bridal Hill, or no, Special Grange, close go. Now photo third to Shove Off or Romano Star, who flew late, not sure about that one. Next Zoilus, and they were trailed then by Latte, and next Mrs. Tendulkar, Ballistic Miss made some ground. Venus Treasure, Frangelica, Hepton Stall was next to go over the line. She's followed then by Oregon Seal, and well back was Armour Dramas in company with Kelchek and It's Platonic. Judge calls for the photo. It's a beauty too. Bridal Hill the outside, Special Grange on the inside. Very, very close this one. The outside might have an advantage, Bridal Hill. The jockey certainly well ahead in the photo finish. The verdict for come. 129.7. 6 is the winner. Bridal Hill, Stephen Arnold. 7 Special Grange, Dan Nikolic second. And 5 Shove Off, Peter Mertens third, according to the big screen. So we're going on the semaphore board, not yet putting up any numbers. I think you'll find that's correct. Yep, 6, 7 and 5 are right now. 6, 7 and 5. Just might be a problem with that semaphore board, I feel. 4th in going to number 3, Romano Star. 6, 7 and 5 official in 129.7. Special Grange being nabbed right on the wire there by Bridal Hill. Stephen Arnold and Danny Nikolic, a couple of terrific rides there, but Bridal Hill just had the edge. They ran first and 6th. There was a 1.5 kilo pull in favour of Bridal Hill today, and obviously still on the improve. Just a 3rd run back in from a spell this afternoon. She did hit the line well at Flemington after being held up a touch coming around the home turn. She had
the penultimate races.
But I won't be pushing him too hard to travel too close.
Okay. He runs a distance, you think he's got a hope?
If he runs a distance, I think he can win, yeah.
And in the last year riding Final Intrigue, he's a pretty good winner here last start with a bit of weight on his back.
Yeah, he drops a 1.5 kilos. Mile might test it, but winning form's good for him.
All right, well, out of those two, can the punters get out on one like you're in form?
I'd like to get out on one myself, but it's probably hard to toss up between both of them. They're both good rides.
Okay, mate.
Thank you.
Okay, Zach, he's on Midnight Deal and, of course, Final Intrigue coming into the last.
Okay.
Pool is climbing 591,140 in New South Wales on the win. Now to 622,780, and they're off in the last of the day. El Rapido, the first dart, jumping quickly, Elasany, and going up smartly on the outside is Pourquoi looking for the lead, and as they settle fully into stride, it's a great duel early with El Rapido narrowly over Pourquoi, Warrior Trader, then Bell Troubadour, Elasany, followed by Ramingo. Then the heavily backed Brits Best at about 4 to Pentathlon, then it's stablemate Wet Lips, followed by Jade Prince, 1.5 further away as Carp Gun, followed by Ears Ronnie, 1.5 lengths to Majestically, and then comes Tactical Error, and Kingston Shore and Mr. Attorney are the last couple. Down the side they sweep, and the leader El Rapido, 2 lengths on Pourquoi, Bowl Troubadour on the inside of Elasany as they go by the 800 a length. Warrior Trader, Brits Best inside Ramingo, Jade Prince on the inside of Wet Lips, 1 Pentathlon, 2.5 to Carp Gun, then Ears Ronnie, followed by Majestically, Kingston Shore's Mr. Attorney, and the rank outside of Tactical Error whips them in, travelling to the corner. 500 to go, and El Rapido a length on Pourquoi. On the rails is Bold Troubadour from Warrior Trader, and deeper out is Elasany, and Brits Best is into the clear. Raminko's just in front of him, and then Jade Prince. He'd need to get a spurt on Brits Best as they come down past the 250. Pourquoi got past El Rapido, Warrior Trader running a race, and then Elasany, Jade Prince, and now Brits Best is hitting the bit. Jade Prince got to Warrior Trader and Pourquoi. Warrior Trader and Jade Prince. Warrior Trader's fighting back like a tiger. He'll win it. Warrior Trader beat Jade Prince and Brits Best. Followed home by Elasany, and then on the outside was the fast finishing Pentathlon. Pourquoi knocked up, then Raminko, El Rapido weakened over Bold Troubadour is Ronnie. Wet Lips and Kingston Shores, Majestically Carp Gun, Mr. Attorney, and a further 150 metres to Tactical Error, but nevertheless, he's going to earn $1,000 for his connections, Tactical Error.
Yes, at those big odds, but Warrior Trader at $17.80 collects the cash ahead of a couple of fancy ones. Jade Prince, and in particular the favourite Brits Best. Dan Beasley for Marianne Thexton, the Hawkesbury-based expatriate Kiwi, proving too good. And that's 3 on the day for Dan Beasley. Horse that she's always had plenty of promise in, by Fuji Koseki, Sunday Silence horse. First 4, number 9 in 4th position in the first 4 with details up 17,496 and the trifecta 691.50. Well, the Queensland Cup lead up, Larry Olsen. The Queensland Cup's on next week, and this is
on top. Look, it has shifted a little bit on course, pretty much square across the board, but it looks absolutely outstanding in the yard. Now, I know its form is probably even better on slow to heavy.
We've got the Eclipse Stakes. Focus also swinging to Perth for the Group 1 Railway Stakes next week as well. Ernie Manning will be along with all of the late mail for the 2 big Group 1 days. The Group 1 Fruit and Veg a fortnight after. Of course, the big coverage of Hawkesbury, December 5, and of course then...
In the last, Juggernaut jumping well on the inside. Nutcracker away fast. Sir Bollinger pinging out towards the outside, looking for a front-running roll. Judges' Chambers up there with Acetate and I Rock My World. As they settle fully now and going past the 1400 metre mark. And Sir Bollinger with Nutcracker on the outside go to the lead together from Judges' Chamber, who's trapped out 3 wide. Acetate the centre. Juggernaut on the inside. A length further back is Classic Benbara in Costa Legend, and there followed China Syndrome, who's pushing through on the inside of I Rock My World. Then came Treasure Bay and about 4 or 5 lengths to Royale Exit past 1,000. Nutcracker by 2, Sir Bollinger. Acetate the outside. A length and a half Juggernaut. 4th the inside from Judges' Chamber. 2 lengths away then came in Costa Legend on the outside of China Syndrome, and then Classic Benbara. A length I Rock My World, Treasure Bay, and 4 lengths to Royale Exit. Nutcracker had it running downhill to the turn. Acetate is second. Sir Bollinger the inside. Judges' Chamber pushed along but makes a little ground, and Juggernaut works into the race well. Followed then by Classic Benbara, China Syndrome in Costa Legend. Treasure Bay on the fence as they swing to the corner from I Rock My World and Royale Exit. Nutcracker from Acetate. Sir Bollinger switches to the rail. Juggernaut runs on a length and a half away. And then came Treasure Bay making some ground, and China Syndrome next from Classic Benbara. Sir Bollinger shot through on the fence and hit the lead at the 200 from Acetate. Juggernaut under the whip. Treasure Bay still rocketing home. Sir Bollinger. Treasure Bay on the inside after it. Sir Bollinger a half in front. Pulls out enough. Sir Bollinger beat Treasure Bay 3/4. Nutcracker held third. Acetate fourth from Juggernaut. China Syndrome in Costa Legend. Classic Benbara, then Royale Exit. I Rock My World, and Judges' Chamber dropped right out and ran a clear last. Sir Bollinger 670 and 260 takes out the final race. Treasure Bay's made plenty of ground, but when Sir Bollinger saw him there in the last 100 metres, he pulled out plenty and held him at bay. Nutcracker, I think, will be the one to grab third, just in advance of Acetate, who showed plenty of pace, was up there all of the way. 11, 5, 10 their official. 11, 5 and 10. Close up Acetate and then Juggernaut in 136.4. Well, he has stood up and been counted here today. He's been racing very well in Adelaide, in easier company today. But that was a great ride by Mark Zahra, stepping up in grade here. He switched to the inside. Immediately they turned for home, seeing Nutcracker rolling off the fence. Drove him through on the inside. And then Treasure Bay had followed him through on the rails. And he looked threatened about 150, 200 from home. But I just feel Sir Bollinger might have just peeped him out of the corner of his eye and kept on going strongly and held him over the last little bit. So Tony McAvoy and Mark Zahra pull out the last on the card, beating Treasure Bay second and Nutcracker in third place. 11, 5 and 10. Hope you found a winner or two during the day at Sandown. Look forward to joining you when we go racing during the week.
It'll be an absolute pleasure, Greg. Corks are popping after Sir Bollinger wins the last, the regally related horse by Ash Kalani out of Amirat Baladi. And fourth to be confirmed, and the winning time for the 1600 metres. Tony McAvoy and Mark Zahra combine. Our thanks also to the Sports Colour team, Alf Matthews and Andrew Bensley, along with Mark Guest, who's been our news hound on the track at Sandown this afternoon. All we await is...
Very good. He's only had the one start over the 1600 metres, though, and that was at his last run on the Carbine Club, but as I said, no luck on that occasion. Jason Whiting back on board.
Come to his stand. All in at the 1600. The Guineas at Group 2 level. The lights are on. The starter hits the button. Away and racing. And Brave Rhythm is actually first out. The filly Amphitrite flew the gates and she's gone straight across onto the fence to lead. Hot Shot Brother jumped well. He's up running third as they'd settle down from Golden Prospect inside of Try Magic, pulling fiercely in the early stages. A length away, Zoometric going up on the inside of Gambase, and then the Right Money, Voix de Star, followed by Stormy Sun, and then Wool Zone second last with Universal Warrior at the tail of the field. At the 1100 mark, mark, and Amphrotite setting a cracking pace, led by 3 lengths. Running second, Brave Rhythm, and then Hot Shot Brother 30's travelled well. On the fence to Golden Prospect, inside of Try Magic, still pulling double. Going around her is The Right Money. Zoometric cluttered up on the inside of Gambase. 3 deep is Wool Zone. Over on the inside, Voix de Soir. Stormy Sun a long way from them, and last is Universal Warrior. Danny Miller adopting Catch Me If You Can tactics on the filly Amphrotite, and she's flying at the 600 mark. Amphrotite broke open the field and shot about 8 lengths in front of Brave Rhythm. Showing the whip a further 4 lengths to Try Magic. Going around Hot Shot Brother. On the fence, Golden Prospect. Zoometric a mile back. Stormy Sun likewise. Gambase next, Wool Zone. Universal Warrior and tailed off Voix de Soir. Amphrotite turned with a commanding lead. 250 out in the Guineas. She led 3 or 4 lengths over The Right Money. He's closing the gap and finishing brilliantly. It's The Right Money. Try Magic gathering in Amphrotite. Harvey's got the whip on The Right Money, and he races away. The Right Money, too good for them in the Guineas. Beat Try Magic. Tight third, Zoometric flew when it was all over. On the fence, close up in the photo for third, Amphrotite. Then Hot Shot Brother, Golden Prospect. Followed by Wool Zone, Stormy Sun. Gambase next in a break, Universal Warrior, Brave Rhythm. And then Voix de Soir. It was last of all. Number 2, The Right Money, Paul Harvey. Takes out the Guineas. The chances of many, though, thrown out of the window with the tactics on Amphrotite.
Try Magic second, Amphrotite ran third, trifecta 977, standing by for correct weight. Only a couple to come up at towards the favourite 2 even. Lady Belvedere at 640 and Beautiful Bonbon at 360. They're the only 3 in the market, and they are moving up. In fact, there's only a couple to go in. Let's join Darren McCauley for race 7.
Set racing in the Crawford Stakes. Lady Belvedere's gone straight back towards the tail of the field. Beautiful Bonbon and Jumalik with the first out, heading off Cap Rats. Over on the outside, Track Jester being hustled forward, goes up running fourth, but he's out 3 deep. A break then of about 2.5 lengths to Metallurgy. On the fence, Lady Belvedere from Zingalo, and last is Hide the Halo. At the 850, and Track Jester's gone up to eyeball. Beautiful Bonbon, and they're matching strides. Track Jester just getting the upper hand. Now races nearly a length in front. Harvey put the brakes on Beautiful Bonbon. Dropped her into second spot. Jumalik got shunted back on the inside, and Cap Rats is running fourth. A length away behind the Metallurgy. Lady Belvedere behind those, and then Hide the Halo. And as they come onto the home corner, Zingalo's back last of all. 400 metres to travel. It's Track Jester first for the judge. Off the fence, Beautiful Bonbon again comes out after him, and Cap Rats is now letting down with his runner. They drop off Jumalik down the outside. Metallurgy in front of Lady Belvedere. Beautiful Bonbon with a kick in her though. At the 120, she leads the way from Cap Rats. King's having to dig deep. Beautiful Bonbon's responding though, and she's holding Cap Rats. Beautiful Bonbon, too good, strong win. Beautiful Bonbon wins the Crawford from Cap Rats. Tight for third. Hide the Halo charging home. Jumalik was theirs, and Garlo ran on. Then Track Jester, Metallurgy died on his effort. Back with him near the tail is Lady Belvedere.
Nice mare, Beautiful Bonbon, stepped up in grade today. She's been too strong, 370, 140. Cap Rats $1.10, and we'll confirm that third number shortly after the running of race 7, the Crawford at Ascot. To be boxed at the Meadows. West Star Raider just hanging on to favouritism for Rob Britton. On the Listia last week behind the top 3-year-old Hard Rada. He's at 520. Number 8, Zahid, is equal favourite. He was beaten in the Asian Bow at his last start. And Speed Cycle off Ascot.
And Twin Power flew the gates, leading clearly on settling. Shane's Boy broke smartly, going up now, taking him on for the lead. Suspicions there, and Mr. Callahan as well. Cardinal Colours, the stayer, right up there in the firing line. Gran Turismo getting one off the fence early. Outside of him is Kentiara, posted a bit wide, and then Kensal Bay. True Steel next over on the inside to main stage, followed by Turmeric going around them, 3 off the fence. Storm Powers well back around them, wide out is U-Tectic. Son of Vassak, third from last. last, then Old Fashion, and the favourite Zahid is back at the tail of the field as they go inside the 900. Cardinal Colours took up the running. The Perth Cup winner from earlier this year in front by a half length over the mare Ken Tiara. Running third, Shane's Boy. Suspicion fourth, the middle joined by Twin Power. Out 4 and 5 deep at the 600. Utectic going around Kensal Bay and Gran Turismo when they bunch. Son of Vassac behind those. Then Mr. Callahan caught up in a bit of traffic from Turmeric. There's Old Fashion going forward. Main Stage was next on the inside. Dropping out True Steel. Zahid still third from last. And at the tail, Storm Shot. They reached the corner. Kensal Bay gave them Windburn. Sprinted up and dashed away. 2 lengths in front. Twin Power, Son of Vassac, Gran Turismo. Then Turmeric and Old Fashion down the outside. Kensal Bay nicely clear. He's a length and a half on Twin Power, Son of Vassac, Old Fashion, and Kensal Bay will win. Kensal Bay wins the Peter Stakes from Old Fashion and Turmeric. Then came Son of Vassac. Zahid motoring home wide out from the tail of the field from Twin Power and Suspicion. Then Storm Shot, followed by Kentiara. Main Stage, Mr. Callahan. Further back is Shane's Boy. Cardinal Colours dropped out. True Steel, and back with him near the rear is Utectic.
Only just beaten in the Group 3 Asian Bow at his last start, Kensal Bay, and he's gone one better today. 23rd pick at $11. Now at the Meadow, head of Left Right Out at 18 and Ocean Spirit at 20. Just standing by for the mobile to move into position. Smooth Satin.
2 in the all-white colours. Favourite 3, Smooth Satin 180, Double Identity 250. They're set. Blue Light racing. Double Identity came out roughly. He broke for a few strides and went straight back to last. Early advantage to Smooth Satin, but he's not going to have things his own way. The Queenslander Left Right Out is going to get through. Joe Fess going up to second. Ocean Spirit back to third from Amir out deep. Smooth Satin will settle down fifth and one off the pegs. 2 then to Silster Sam, followed by Double Identity, making ground after a bad start on the inside of Selby Bromac. Pacini is second last and Malden Blaze is last of all. First quarter was 28.2 and coming into the straight the first time with about 1,000 metres left to go. And the pilot is the Queenslander. Left Right Out for Graham Bowyer. Leading 1 length on Joe Fess, who couldn't cross. He's now parked. Ocean Spirit third, trailing the leader and Amir. He's into a nice spot. 1-1. Peter Trevor Jones has a good habit of doing that no matter what barrier he comes from. Favourites together. Double Identities on the inside of Smooth Satin, so advantage still Smooth Satin as far as the favourites go. Then came Malden Blaze. Stablemate behind him, Silster Sam. Back running second last, Selby Bromac, and going over to the pegs is Pacini. Only 32 the second quarter, and Left Right Out couldn't have asked for a better run in the lead. He's now inside the 600 metre mark, leading by a neck. Joe Fess is running second, the local. Ocean Spirit third, trailing this leader. Amir fourth and 1-1, and here comes Smooth Satin. He's caught upon by Steve Turnbull, sprints up 3 wide. Double Identity a length and a half behind him, getting off the pegs. Then Silster Sam, followed by Pacini. 28-3 the third quarter. Coming to the home bend, Left Right Out the pegs. Joe Fess the middle, Smooth Satin 3 out. Double Identity with the last shot at them. The leader Left Right Out, trying to pick him up. Joe Fess, Smooth Satin and Double Identity warming up. The leader Joe Fess, Double Identity's coming after Joe Fess. Joe Fess in front, photo. Maybe Joe Fess from Double Identity, but he's on the outside and will have that as an advantage. Then came Left Right Out also in a photo, and Smooth Satin couldn't pick them up. Condition told. Then Amir, followed by Ocean Spirit, Pacini. Next Silster Sam, Malden Blaze, Selby Bromac.